Baby is born in a desert far away. Fills up a home like a tiger parade, and she dances on glass, and she spins like a clover. In a breath it will pass, and childhood is over. And mother is a giver, father is a healer, and she can see across the valley, deep into your soul. She says it's a simple world filled with hearts and triangles, hearts and triangles dangling on wire, and the wire pulls from the mountains of reason, spins through the seasons to this house of love and fire. Years on a spindle, little girl cries, learns to be courageous, big girl flies. So many answers, who will come to teach her? With such a big protected heart, who will learn to reach her? Mother is a giver, father is a healer, and she can see across the valley, deep into your soul. She says it's a simple world filled with hearts and triangles, hearts and triangles dangling on wire, and the wire it pulls from the mountains of reason, spins through the seasons to this house of love and fire. And the child will know they will always love her, and they will always love her. Hey there, gatherers. It's good to be with you today. It's good to be with you tonight. Man, we had 1.5 gatherings this last weekend. And I realized after the fact I didn't do our official sign-off at the end of Saturday, in the midst of all of the chaos at the Shea Theater in Turners Falls, Massachusetts. But I want to let you know, those of you that were with us in person and with us online, what a fun night that was to be a part of. Your energy from the audience was just a powerful, powerful thing. It made us feel so loved, and I appreciate that. There's no better feeling. There's no better feeling. There is a lot of love circling this community these days. It is true, and I know y'all feel it, and I appreciate you being here with me tonight. I've got some sad news to report. You know, it's a funny thing, right? Us gatherers, we've been through a lot together at this point. We've been through ups and downs, and there are many of you gatherers I have maybe never met in person, but I know you're part of this family nonetheless, and it's hard. I have to report that we are in the midst of losing one of our gatherers today. Gatherer named Joyce, who's been with us throughout COVID, gathering with us all the time, connected to so many of you, and she had a recent diagnosis of cancer, and it was bad. It all happened quick, and she has been non-responsive for the last couple days, and I got a message from her daughter just a couple hours ago that we are in probably the final stages of her finding peace, and so I wanted to let you all know that, whether you know Joyce or not, whether this is your first time gathering or your 684th time gathering, we miss our fellow gatherers when they go, so let's all send good thoughts and love to Joyce's family. I think they have a GoFundMe set up for the family to help them afford a memorial service coming up, and so I asked Robin if she would post the link to that. Maybe we can show Joyce's family how much we care by helping to support them as they're in the midst of some pretty deep sadness this week. Yeah. Anyways, gonna play this one for Joyce. Lift your head to speak. You're beautiful outside. You touch upon the mind. Hey. You're broken on the inside, and we can't run from what's inside you. And when we fall, I will remember you today. I can make you laugh, tears on the outside. One last photograph, hey. You're so strong on the inside, and we can't run from what's inside you. And we will fight for every moment Close your eyes for the last time. Hold you tight for a moment. 'Cause we can't run. We can't run from what's inside you. And we will fight for every moment. In our hearts will beat on forever. And when we fall, I will remember you today. You today. You today. You today. To Joyce. Whew. You know, I feel lucky that I get to share all the feelings with you guys. It wouldn't be as good if we just shared the good feelings. And don't get me wrong, I love sharing the good feelings. I do. But it feels that much better when we also get to share all the feelings. That's the coolest thing about art to me, right? That sometimes sharing something sad together through art is as important as sharing the happiness. Maybe sometimes more important, for me at least. Well, okay. So, I don't know if all of you know this, and if we have some first-time gatherers with us tonight, welcome. Welcome to the tribe. There are many, many things that make this community incredible. One of them is, since day one of the Gathering series, the gatherers, and I have had nothing to do with this, mind you, but you gatherers have kept a record of all of the songs shared throughout this series. That's bananas when you think about 684 nights of sharing music and experiences together, and every single song on every single night that was shared has been recorded. I mean, not just recorded and live streamed. And by the way, we try to catalog every single gathering on our YouTube channel. There's so many of them, it's hard to sift through, but we have them titled and numbered. And so if you find yourself having a good night, write down the number of the gathering. Remember it, because it's out there somewhere. Maybe someday You want to dust that gathering off and check it out again. We had a pretty epic gathering last Tuesday, a week ago today. Because on Tuesday nights, for some of you new gatherers, I mean, on the weekends, we gather whenever we can. We gather at shows. Sometimes we gather backstage. We try to take you on the road with us. And by us, I mean me and my bandies, usually, when my bandies are on the road, which we usually are most weekends. But every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's go time for us gatherers. And that means that no matter where I am and what I'm doing, we gather. For instance, last Tuesday, I, at 7 o'clock, was in an Uber on my way to Alex's house from the Newark airport. But it was 7 o'clock. Fuck it, had to go live. We went live in that cab while Marvin, my driver, did his best to speed us into Alex's house in Rahway, New Jersey. We sped in, man, and as the gathering was going, I got out of the cab, and Karina and Alex had set up a little station for us, and we finished up gathering in Alex's backyard, the backyard that he grew up in. I thought that was cool. One for the books. But what I was trying to say before I got distracted, which I also often do, is that that before the gathering tonight, in between bath time and dinner time, I snuck away at my daughter's bath time and dinner time. I don't take much baths. I don't take many baths. I would say these days, but not so many baths for me, regardless. I snuck away and I looked at the gathering song database, and I decided that maybe we could play some songs that those of you that are nightly gatherers haven't heard in a little while. As may not surprise you, I only got part way through that list, and mostly, as in other times when I've done it, it just got me thinking about all the different songs I want to play for you and share with you. But I made a little list, and we'll play from that list tonight. This is a song called "A Fine Atlantis." Never recorded, written years and years ago, and shared for the first time with anybody on the Gathering series. And now the challenge of this song that I talked about before is that the chorus is actually, it can't be played with one person. There's actually two different melodies, two different sets of words that are supposed to overlap each other on the chorus. But I had a fun time sharing it with y'all, and I know that some of y'all liked it. And I even remember one time, I can't remember who it was, somebody showed up to one of our shows wearing a Fine Atlantis t-shirt, which I thought was really cool. So anyways, here it is. Follies dressed in pride, we try to fight the ocean stay watchful, I am. Corruption's gathered, they would not be forewarned until with vengeful sorrow they drown in a fabled storm. Yeah, water rising, water rise, water rising, gone without a sound. Someday they may find our cities buried under salt and brine, once so mighty, now forgotten, legend of our time. Water rising, water rise, water rising, gone without a sound. Ages die, seasons fly, spinning upside down. Sand and stone, oh, we've gone without a sound. They could be gone without a sound. I like that song. I like that song, and without you, I would not have dusted that thing off and started playing it and thinking about it again. So thank you for that. There's so much of what we are doing these days as a band that has been inspired by the Gathering series. I mean, it's really, really cool. Yesterday, I went over to Josh's studio and began the process of recording a song called Pink Champagne that I had written a couple years before the Gathering series began, and I wasn't sure what I felt about that song, and I started playing it for you all, and y'all liked it so much, we started playing it out. And from the very beginning, when we would play that song out, I mean, we'd only shared it a couple nights. I'd only shared it a couple nights on gatherings. We would play this song at shows, and everybody would be singing along. It really is, you all are my sounding board, our sounding board. That's the coolest thing about the art that is coming out of the Adam Ezra group, that it's not just, it ain't just me, and it ain't just my bandies. It's coming out of the experiences that we're all sharing together, and I mean, the way I think about it is the music that we're all creating together, which is a pretty inspiring thing to get to be a part of. When I decided that I wanted to be a musician, a songwriter, when I wanted to live my life through making art, I think maybe these concepts were inside me. And I don't know what I expected to happen when I started playing music. I am sure that I expected, in some ways, right, a quicker rise to the ears of people around the country and around the world. It did not happen that way. It has been a slow hike up the mountain. but I never ever imagined how inspiring it would be to get to actually be making music with this community of people surrounding the music these days. Anyways, cool journey to be on. All right, let's see what else is on here. Woo! I make a stabbing sound, fall back onto the ground. Will I find every time when I'm back on my knees, hopelessly down? It's a foregone conclusion, yeah, every time I try, but the contact gets me high. You see me lying here, wonder how I see things, dear. Will I find every time when I'm back on my knees, kicked to the ground? It's a foregone conclusion, every time I try, but the contact gets me high. Rain came down all in my bed. The rain came down all in my bed. The rain came back and went ahead. river's too wide to cross in time. The river's too wide to cross in time. The river, it crossed my mind. Rising tide was away my time. The rising tide washed away my time. No, the rising tide shall bring me down. The rain came down, all in my eyes. The rain came down, all in my eyes. Well, compared to my tears, the rain fell dry. I said, compared to my tears, the rain fell dry. I said, compared to my tears, yeah. Compared to my tears, compared to my tears, the rain fell dry. You know, I got this question for you. So, many of you have noticed that for the first, 650 gatherings, when I would gather with you like this, the screen would be facing sideways and be in kind of landscape mode. Thank you for the claps. Thank you for the love. And I started shooting the gatherings this way because we have been working, and I don't know if some of you have noticed this. I think you have, because it has certainly shown in our kind of general response statistics on our social media, but we have been posting a lot more videos and reels, stories, all of which in various platforms really need to be upright like this. And you can do it with the horizontal video. It just is it's small on screen. People are looking at it a different way. And we've been working with this awesome gal Dana, who has been hanging out with us and getting all sorts of great footage and using sorts of great footage and posting all sorts of great stuff. And my thinking has been that we share so many great moments on these gatherings. It would be nice for her to be able to just cut a little section out of a gathering and share it with those of us who can't gather with us online at the live stream. But the thing that I am aware of is that, I like to be up I like to be up close with you people. I really do. I like to be up close, and I like to be able to see what you have to say, and it just feels more like an intimate conversation. But the challenge is, when I'm up close like this, you can't, when I'm playing a song, you can't see my fingers on the guitar. And I know, just for myself, when I'm watching people play guitar and sing, I like watching their fingers on that fretboard. I like watching it all. And so I'm wondering if, in my attempt to be more connective, generally speaking, at the gatherings and after the gatherings, when we take this video and we share it elsewhere, if I'm actually in some ways being less connective, because you can only see part of the music that I'm making in real time. Anyways, it's an interesting thing that I think about, and I have a feeling I'm going to be seeing a lot of you at shows, and you will be sharing your thoughts on this with me. I see my buddy Eddie, who I know is a badass guitarist. His comment was, "Gotta see those fingers." I get it, man. I get it. I know. If I was watching me, I'd be like, man, come on. He's cutting out the best part. So I don't know how we fix that, because I do like this, and I like Dana being able to share the videos. I could come in to chat with you, and then I could move out to play a song. Maybe we'll try that on this next one, and we'll just see how it feels. I'm not sure I'm gonna like it. Okay, let's see what happens. It's still hard to get it all in the screen. I mean, I could go further back. I gotta go like, April, he's coming, chased by me. Ah, fuck. I was in the wrong tuning. I was thinking about other things, and I was in the wrong tune. Damn it. Can we try that again? Okay. April is coming, chased by me. One more street over, all I can pay. Brave frozen winter, I'm just scraping by. Darling, don't say my chance to fame. I'm a worn apparition, your eyes will turn away. Now Captain Blood, life on the clock, my road to redemption, the steps I walk each day. mirror. Walk home from class. She only knows me from an old photograph. But here in the shadows, I'm reaching for light. Door says it's my last chance to fame. I'm the one apparition. Your eyes will turn away. Block after block, life on the cloud. My road to redemption, the steps I walk each day. Been a hard month of hustling for the little I made. One more street over, then done for the day. Back to my bottom on a dark ended town. Door says it's my last chance to fame. I'm a one apparition. Your eyes will turn away. Dark after blow, life on the cloud. My road to redemption, the steps I walk each day. Okay, I'm coming back in. I mean, if I'm gonna do this, I really need like a roller chair or something. Hover chair. That was a song called "Door to Door Sales" that I wrote with John Oates, and still not recorded. Oh, thank you for the claps. I think that could be a cool. That could be a really cool. I think the band could crush that song. Yeah. We were once sitting around talking about that song. I shared it with the band. Karina came up with this really cool idea that that maybe, because it's a dark, smoldering, it's a dark song, right? And Karina had this idea that that Poche would be playing bass, but maybe she could take Poche's upright bass for the song with a bow, and so it would have this like haunting, low, bowed string part on top of the bass. It could be really cool. Too much to do. Really, too much to do. I was telling somebody, we were talking about the studio stuff that I'm embarking on right now, and that we're embarking on right now. We have been working on recording Revelate. We've been working on recording The Ride, which I think maybe we should just call Ride. It was I Will Ride. It was The Ride. Maybe just Ride. I like that. That might be what the song title ends up being. Not sure. We're recording a handful of other things. We've been playing around with wasted words. We have been working on a new version of You Speak Girl that I'm psyched about. We've been working on a recorded version of Hold Each Other Now, a Tightrope Walker, and I just came back from just the very beginnings of starting session work on Pink Champagne. Now, for those of you who've never been in the studio before, it works a little different. I mean, it can work in many, many different ways. There's no right or wrong way to record a song, right? For instance, oftentimes in Nashville, a lot of the session musicians are live, playing together in the room. They do like 3 or 4 takes and they just nail the song. We have done that before. We've recorded that way as the Adam Ezra Group. And of course, we've done a lot of live albums too. These days, because we're on the road so much. And mostly because, I mean, right, in a perfect world, I was just reading Dave Grohl's autobiography. And he talks about his studio experiences. And man, I'm jealous of artists that can do the following. Pick a studio somewhere. Maybe it's a home studio. Maybe it's a beautiful studio in a beautiful setting. Maybe it's just a great studio that gets great sounds, and just dig in for a week or 2 weeks. Nothing else. You wake up, you think about recording. You go to sleep dreaming about the recording. And every minute in the day is spent connecting with the people that you're making the album with. I mean, that's a beautiful thing. We were able to do that. Once with the Daniel the Brave album. We did that. But all of our other recording experiences have been, we're just forced to record in the windows of our insane tour schedule, recording tracks in hotel rooms, recording tracks in hallways. Sometimes these days we are finding separate windows to go in. Like, I started tracking my parts on Pink Champagne last night before driving back up to Maine. And at another point in time, Alex will head down to the studio and record the drum parts, and then Poche, and then Karina, right? And so we're all doing it separately. Now, luckily, I know my musicians, and I know how badass they are, and part of the work that we do on stage is prepping for eventual recording. We work on our parts. We talk about the parts. We change the parts up, right? We road test them. We road test the songs and the arrangements. Oftentimes, once we have all of our parts recorded, we have to then listen to that recording and think about that recording, because there is an energy that happens at a live performance that you just will never be able to capture in the studio. And oftentimes what that means is you can recreate some of that energy through production. And maybe that means adding some extra parts. Maybe it means adding some more harmonies than you have the voices to do in person, right? Maybe it means adding some different instruments. Sometimes it means changing up the parts after they're recorded, and you realize, oh, maybe this could be better over here, But that is our process these days. One of these days, I hope, we will be able to really afford to take some time off of playing, right? And the problem is I really love playing, right? But, and dig into the studio, beautiful studio session where we are all camping out. Maybe I'll wait till Willa's a little older and she can camp out with me. So anyways, I want to take a second to thank you all for the amazing week we just came from off the road. We were in Philadelphia at World Cafe Live. That place was just packed and filled with love, and I just appreciate y'all so much. Sometimes these bigger cities are the hardest cities to bring audiences out for. It's ironic, right? Because the big cities have the biggest populations, but they also have a million other things happening on a given night. And it is much, much easier to slip through the cracks, to fall into the ether if you're playing in a small club in a big city than, say, playing in a theater in a small town where when you're coming into town, that's what's going on in town that night, and people know about it. So it really makes me happy when we go into a big city like Philadelphia and a ton of people come out, and it's an exciting chapter. We went down to Easton, Maryland to play at the Avalon Theater, this upstairs listening room that they have, and it was packed. It was sold out for a bunch of weeks, and downstairs they've got this beautiful theater, and I think that after last show they're going to move us down to the big theater in Easton, Maryland, and that was super fun. By the way, for those of you who were at the show, or for those of you who are in the area, we just got invited to play at this legendary place in Baltimore called Ram's Head. Annapolis. I think it's in Annapolis, not Baltimore. And I got to open for Graham Parker there once, and it's just a cool, legendary spot. And we get to play there in July. It is so exciting to be getting invited to these amazing historic venues well outside of New England, right? Pretty cool. We went to Tuckerton, New Jersey to play at the Lizzie Rose Music Room. And man, that was another sold out awesome night. Tiny little space, but man, it was so great. And we got to, I invited great artist Emily Grove out to do a little opening feature. And man, she knocked the socks off it. She really did. She's so good. Emily Grove, y'all should check her out. And then, of course, we came back up to Turner's Falls to do a night with our friends in Whiskey Treaty Roadshow at the Shea Theater. And man, that was an epic night. That was just a memorable, awesome night. And again, I just want to thank you all so much for just so many of you coming out and being a part of what we're doing these days. It's so exciting. It is so exciting. We have never had this kind of energy surrounding our music before, and it is inspiring us every single day. It really is. Next weekend, this coming weekend on Saturday, we are going to be in Burlington, Vermont, at one of my favorite all-time rock clubs in New England, Higher Ground, and man, I can't wait to get back up to Burlington. It is a cool spot. There are so many. Those of us in the Northeast, I hope y'all, if you are in the Northeast, you recognize how privileged we are to have so many amazing places to see live music. Independent places, community-driven places where the staff is filled with volunteers, music fans, places where maybe they're small, but they still get legendary musicians and artists coming through because they're just awesome. It is an amazing place to be a musician. It is an amazing place to be a musician that has such an incredible community around us. So it's exciting. So anyways, this weekend, I expect you all to come up to Burlington, Vermont. We have a live gathering on Friday in Massachusetts. I don't know if those tickets are public or not, but the live gatherings began during COVID, when we couldn't play in clubs. And so we just decided to play in backyards. We have done, oh man, well over 100 live gatherings at this point. And we've got a bunch coming up. We got one coming up this Friday in Massachusetts, but we also, we have a week off the road. And then I think we have 2 more gatherings coming up the weekend after in Granby, Connecticut, and in Concord, New Hampshire. So look, it may seem weird to show up to a stranger's backyard for a concert, and maybe it is a little weird, but it's awesome weird. It is a great way to share music, and it's different. It's different than playing in a club. It's different than playing in theater. It is a different kind of an environment, and they are different kind of shows. We play different songs. I mean, not all different songs, but it is just, there is something more unique about every live gathering than it seems. And maybe that's just us, inspired by the people that we're surrounded by, doing it on our own terms and in our own way. So anyways, I feel like that is all to update you on. Rally Sound update. We've been doing some amazing community work from the road, and we supported a great organization in Philadelphia that helping families that are struggling through domestic abuse issues. We supported an amazing conservation committee up in northern Massachusetts. We're going to be supporting a really cool walk for cancer up in Vermont on Tuesday, June 27th, a little ways away. We are doing our annual Rally Sound golf tournament. Golfers, come on out and make fun of me on the 18th putting green. It's going to be a morning of golf, followed by some lunch and an Adam Ezra Group concert. And of course, Saturday, August 26th, the Ramble. We have what I think is a finalized Ramble lineup. We are literally, for those of you that know where we rambled last year, we are literally building out the back of this property to create a proper festival fairgrounds. And y'all should know, we were thinking about this place. It's going to be magical, the spot that we're rambling in. And for those of you that don't know what the Ramble is, it's a festival, free festival you can come to in Ashburnham, Massachusetts, dedicated to ending veteran homelessness in New England. It's going to have an amazing lineup of artists. But we've been thinking that this place is so magical, it needs a name. And last week we decided on a name. We are now calling it officially The Mountain. So August 26th, Saturday, Ashburnham, Massachusetts. I will see you on the mountain at the Ramble. Yeah. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink till the wind at our backs. May it always blow steady wherever you roam. May it turn when you're ready to carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the game. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's the signs of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to us, all we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to land in good company. Here's to the drink that we share. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time that we had. For these moments pass lightly and won't come again. May our lives all burn brightly right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to the work when the working is through. Let us drink one to me. Let us drink one to you. Let us drink one to those who aren't with us. Here is to us and all we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to good company. Here's to the future. Here's to the past. Let us drink one down slow. Let us drink one down fast. Let us drink one as if this night is our last. Here's to the drink that we share. Oh, here's to the drink that we share. To Joyce. It's been a pleasure hanging with you for a little while tonight, gatherers. Yeah. Please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another. And I'll see you soon.